take you to the door. Hide away, they say. No one will love you as you are. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Hide away, they say. No one would want to as you are, but won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand floor and gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I'll make no apologies. This is me, oh, 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 Another round of bullets hit my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let that shit sink in. I'm bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. Warriors, yeah, that's what we become. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Show this world wanna cut me down. I'm gonna stand firm and gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. Oh, I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, oh, 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 When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand floor and gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. Oh, this is me, look out, 'cause here I come. Oh, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. I'm not scared to be seen. This is me.
Rise and sing the national anthem.
Say.
Over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, whose broad stripes and bright stars for the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, the reception this evening was Sarah Petrie and Chris Nunez. Christopher Nunez, today, who, I got embarrassed, auditioned to be part of the Marine Corps band. Once enlisted, he will be joining the Marine Corps in October. Today he found out he made the Marine Corps band. My name is Michael Wilbraham. I'm the assistant principal here at Oakcrest High School. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you. But more importantly, I want to say to the graduates, soon to be, this is perhaps the best night. Graduation is a great night, don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. And of all the wonderful nights that you've been here to, Honor Society induction, National Merit Scholars, tonight is truly about you as an individual. Tonight we're going to recognize you, some with money, people from the community, your peers, your teachers, recognize you individually based on your talents, your abilities. Ultimately, your hard work. Well, all of you will graduate, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Tonight, you can brag a little. So again, welcome. In the first group of awards that we're going to be presented, these are a medley, if you will, scholarships and awards being given by members of the community and from some of the different clubs and organizations here at school. So to begin with our first award, scholarship award, presenters are Miss Anna and Miss Sharon Agley.
Graduating class of 2018, parents, teachers, and administration. This is Miss Anna, and I'm Sharon Agley. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves this evening. This could be a little lengthy, but we're going to try to cut it short, so we may have a long night. Miss Anna is a lovely woman. In the last 2 weeks, she just turned 95. She's always been interested in the future education of children. The scholarship brings her about. It took a lifetime of work between her and her husband, his determination to just get the scholarship up and running in motion. Miss Anna, her late husband, never had the opportunity to go to college due to the financial hardships of their time. He graduated high school and went directly into the military, as most young men did at that time. He was also a POW. Miss Anna graduated high school as well, continued working hard, and was a financial provider for her family. This was at a time in our American history when working meant surviving. At a very young age, she really wanted the opportunity to continue her education, but due to the circumstances of that era, she was forced to financially help support her family. Miss Anna is an avid reader, taught herself and mastered many skills over the years. These jobs included carpentry repair, seamstress, ironing, which is a skill, furniture upholstery, and some serious gardening. She's also performed many supplemental jobs, such as cleaning homes and, of course, waitressing, so nothing was beneath her. We've come to learn that Miss Anna worked in some very original locations, such as the Smithville Inn and the Atlantic City Country Club. They didn't get married till their mid-40s. However, during their lifetime, they've always reached out to help others. She and her late husband have always had the desire to give their children, they had no children, so any children that were around as nieces and nephews and other children, gave them educational opportunities that they were not able to have, which brings about this scholarship. So tonight, it's especially important to Miss Anna that she has the opportunity to see this award going towards a young deserving student and help assist with their financial obligations. On behalf of Miss Anna, myself, Traber Scholarship Committee, we are proud to present this $5,000 scholarship to Toby Produja. Wish you all the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much. Our next bevy of presenters, Mrs. Kate Gatto, Ms. Kelly Gatto, Miss Ashley Gatto, and most important, Haley's godson, Cole. Please come to the stage.
My name is Kelly Gatto, and I'm here to present the Tony Gatto Dream Big Memorial Scholarship. My father, at the age of 51, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is one of the most deadly cancers, with most patients losing their battle within months after being diagnosed. My father refused to accept those odds. So we researched and searched out numerous treatments, clinical trials, and we even temporarily moved out of the country to try alternative immune therapy. With strength, determination, faith, and the support of family, friends, and the community, my father survived 3 years until he lost his battle to this horrible disease. Each year, my family selects a student here at OHS that possesses similar qualities as my father, someone who has strength, perseverance, and not afraid to dream big. This year's recipient is a student athlete who faced many challenges of her own through the years with numerous injuries. But she did not give up, and she pushed through, and is now going to major in a 5-year master program and play Division II soccer. This year's recipient is also very special, as she was alongside my father through his battle with cancer. At the age of only 5 years old, this little girl would help care for my father. Every time he was due for his injections for his treatment, she would run over and gather his medicine and help me give it to him. She also helped keeping my father's spirits up by constantly drawing get well posters and cards. Every time a visitor would walk through that door, this little girl would greet them and ask them to sign a get well wish for my father. So whether she realizes it or not, this little girl was a huge part in my father's will to dream big. It is an honor this year to present the Tony Gatto Dream Big Scholarship in the amount of $2,000 to Tony's granddaughter, my daughter, Haley Whitcraft.
Our next presenter is Mr. James McCarthy. And guest. And his daughter Allison.
Good evening. The Sean McCarthy Low Passion Play Foundation Scholarship is given in memory of my brother Sean. It is awarded to an individual who demonstrates academic excellence, athleticism, leadership, and social awareness. This individual must also write an essay explaining what it means to live passionately, as my brother did through his short life. The winner of this year's scholarship is a leader with a cause. She is a volunteer in her community, a distinguished scholar recognized by national and regional organizations. She is a participant in 4 high school athletic teams, and she is a young woman with a big passion. And because of her passion and her goals, she is bound to leave this earth better than she found it. I am happy to award the scholarship to Lena Moore.
Our next presenter is Mr. Robert Stachini.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, 2018 graduates. My name is Rob Stachini. I'm an attorney at the Goldenberg Macklin Law Firm. And I have the honor and distinct privilege of presenting our 2018 Goldenberg Macklin Scholarship Award. Our scholarship award is dedicated to a student who's college-bound and has demonstrated both academic achievement and community service. The scholarship was originally formed to commemorate our founding partner, one of the founders of our law firm, Harry Goldberg. That was back in 1971. He had established our law firm. He grew it to a 4-office and large personal injury workers' compensation firm that it is today. In doing so, he has not only made Goldenberg Macklin a large name in the local area, but has also made a name for himself as an attorney. He's also left himself a legacy at our firm, and that legacy is one to pay close attention to detail and also the value of hard work. This year's recipient is, I actually had the opportunity to take a look at her transcript. Not only did she show academic dominance straight across the board, but she did so in a variety of different subjects. So to us, it shows the courage for her to challenge herself. Because let's face it, it's one thing to excel in a subject that maybe you're comfortable with, but it says something completely different when you're willing to go outside of your comfort zone and yet still excel in those subjects that maybe you need to. Our scholarship fund this year is of $2,500 to be dedicated to the recipient's college tuition. And I'm honored tonight to present our scholarship fund to Donna Wright.
Light just keeps rolling in. Now for the Mays Landing Rotary Club, I'd like to invite up to the stage Mr. Keith Prince.
set up by Joseph Rigatera, which was a member of the Rotary Club of Mays Landing, Egg Harbor City. Most of you probably don't know what Rotary is, but we're the ones that basically set up your Halloween parade. We founded the United Nations. We give out more scholarships to students throughout the world than any other organization. We have more representation in the world than any country. We're in every country in the world with the exception of North Korea at this point. Joseph Rigatera, basically he had a vending company and he worked his whole life diligently to provide for his family, and he understood the motto of Rotary, which is service above self. One of the founding things that Rotary or Rotarians try to do in the way that they react to things, the way they conduct themselves, is they look at the four-way test. And the four-way test is, number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Some of the people in Rotary that you do know is probably Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, Warren Buffett. Those are some of the big names in Rotary. And they're the type of people that have a lot of money that help to wipe out polio, which we're spearheading, which hopefully this year the polio epidemic locally will be wiped out. And Joseph Rigatera is the type of individual that embraced all the things that Rotary is about. And it's my honor to award a scholarship to Jack Markley.
I'm good, I'm not that good. Oh, that's you, right, okay. All right, little panic, it's past now. Good, okay. And now to present the Dan Ross Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Barbara Ross.
Congratulations to the class of 2018. The Dan Ross Memorial Fund was established in 2004 following the untimely death of my son Dan, who was killed in a tragic automobile accident. Dan was a 2001 graduate of Mainland Regional High School. We are proud to continue to help high school seniors pursue their education and dreams at the college level. Dan's enthusiasm for life was best exhibited in his passion for baseball, where his hard work and dedication demonstrated his true strength of character. The purpose of the fund is to recognize top talent both on and off the playing field. We look for candidates that show perseverance in overcoming adversity, yet continue to be successful in school and in the sport they love. Tonight, the board of the Dan Ross Memorial Fund and the Ross family has the great honor of presenting a $7,500 scholarship to an amazing individual and athlete, Ms. Haley Woodcraft.
Now presenting the Cole Lyons Memorial Scholarship is Gianna Lyons.
and gentlemen, and graduating class of 2018. My name is Gianna Lyons, and on behalf of my grandmother, Bernadette Lyons, tonight I will be presenting the Nicole Lyons Memorial Scholarship. While the tragic death of Nicole was unforeseen and very heartbreaking, we believe that the only way to keep the spirit of her alive, with her helping hands, loving heart, and the love for her family, is to help one student in their schooling that we feel shares the same qualities that she did. This student displayed within her essay, she displayed that she was a caring person, and many of her classmates would agree so about her. Nicole was very big in helping others that she loved and even that she did not know. This person is going to school to dedicate their life to helping others, and we feel that this is what the face of the scholarship should be. We are pleased to announce the recipient for this scholarship is Miss Natasha Cooper.
And now to present a few Falcon Crew scholarships, Ms. Mary Beth Holmes and Mrs. Chris McIntosh.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth Holmes, the president of the OHS Crew Booster Club, and Mrs. Chris McIntosh is going to be next year's president of the OHS Crew Booster Club. As many of you probably heard, the crew team had a stellar year. Great season with 3 golds, 2 silvers, and a bronze at counties, 2 silvers at cities, 2 silvers at states, and 4th place at Stokes, and a 7th place at nationals. So these successes were due in part to the 4 recipients of our scholarship. They've shown their dedication to their sport, the hard work they put in, and they've learned a lot from it. From reading their essays, you can tell that they've taken a lot from crew. They've learned what hard work means, but most importantly, they've really learned what it means to be on a team. And so we're really happy to be able to present them with $250 scholarships to Darren Christian, Max Crispel, Alec Bello,
And now I'd like to call up Ms. Susan Burns and Ms. Amanda Burns to present the Bob and Jane Fink Memorial Scholarship.
Pleased to be able to present the Bob and Jane Fink Memorial Scholarship that was created to honor my grandparents, Bob and Jane Fink. They loved Oakrest High School, its sports, the teachers, and most importantly, the athletes. They could be seen at nearly every sporting event at Oakrest over the years and were often invited to various banquets, even when they didn't have a relative on the team. My grandmother, Jane Fink, was a secretary to the superintendent for 32 years here. She worked at Oakrest before it even opened its doors in 1957. My grandfather, Bob Fink, was an avid sports fan. He played sports his entire life until he was no longer able. After that, he umpired baseball and softball, coached many Mays Landing sports teams, and ultimately became a fan in the stands at Oakrest Sports. He loved to coach the girls from the sidelines, and worst yet, loved fighting with the refs. My grandparents attended just about every Oakrest sport you can think of, but towards the end of their lives, my grandparents had to slow down and spend most of their time at girls' soccer and lacrosse games, where they became the beloved mascots of the teams. Pop-Up, as he was known to the girls, would give out lollipops after the games to both parents and the girls, and sometimes the opposing teams, which made us crazy. He made special friends and had special bonds with a lot of the girls and their families, namely the Domino and the Gatto families we are forever grateful to making his last few months joyous. We thought it was important to continue my grandparents' memory by awarding a scholarship in their name to an OHS athlete and someone that plans to continue playing their sport in college. So we're pleased to present this $500 Bob and Jane Fink Memorial Scholarship and a lollipop to Haley Whitcraft.
Tonight is my honor to present the Samantha Shea Coburn Memorial Scholarship. Sammy was a 2013 graduate of Oakhurst High School. She was the most loyal, goofy, and animated friend. She was always the life of the party and knew how to entertain everyone she interacted with. Sammy dealt with a lot of health issues and tragically took her life on August 14, 2014. All of us that knew and loved her were shocked and devastated. You would never have guessed that such a big smile and bubbly personality could hide so much pain. We ask that you always be kind and compassionate, as you never really know what battles someone may be dealing with. Tonight we honor Sam's life by presenting the Samantha Shea Coburn Memorial Scholarship to an Oakhurst High School senior who has found the strength to overcome an obstacle that they found to be challenging, yet still maintained a positive attitude. The winner of the Samantha Shea Coburn Memorial Scholarship is Taylor Domino.
Now here on behalf of the Spread the Love Foundation, to present their award is Ms. Carolyn Coburn.
Spread the Love Foundation strives to prevent teen suicide by educating students and adults on coping skills, social and emotional intelligence necessary to living in the 21st century. We strive to make a lasting change by boosting the self-esteem of today's youth and encouraging positive characteristics such as compassion, kindness, manners, loyalty, and respect. Spread the Love's purpose for this scholarship is to recognize exceptional character in a student, not grades, not sports, not club involvement or other extracurricular activities, but to identify a student who embodies the spirit that Spread the Love Foundation is looking to create, a spirit that my daughter Sammy embodied. We searched for a student who was kind, compassionate, and always willing to be a friend, who was respected by both friends and teachers as well as community leaders. We had many wonderful candidates this year, but after careful deliberation by our selection committee, we unanimously agreed that this year's scholarship should go to Caitlin Scardino.
Now to present the Clark Valit and Gail Singleton Memorial Scholarship to the winners, Ms. Bonnie Savage and Ms. Kathy Ray.
Good evening and congratulations to the graduates. Our sister and best friend Gail Siegelman passed away on March 18th of this year. Over 20 years ago, Gail set up a scholarship fund in memory of her young son, Clark Lee. Since her passing, we would like to perpetuate the scholarship and honor both Gail and her son. Therefore, the scholarship has been renamed the Gail Siegelman and Clark Lee Memorial Scholarship.
Gail was a guidance counselor for the Hamilton Township school system for over 25 years. During that time, she counseled many students. Gail had a wonderful rapport with the students she counseled. And this year, we are pleased to award the Gail Siegelman and Clark Lee Memorial Scholarship to Victoria Cinderella.
Thank you, ladies. And I just have to say, you folks can't hear it all the way back there, but every student who has come up here to receive their award has done just such a nice, heart welcome thank you to everybody. It's you guys have good manners. You must have good parents. It was very nice. I don't always hear that. Another thing. Bays Landing Athletic Association is our next association we'll be presenting, and that would be Ms. Kelly Petrucci.
Hello, I'm Kelly Petrucci on behalf of the Mays Landing Athletic Association. I'm presenting 2 scholarships of $500. The recipients must have participated in MLAA sports, earned a varsity letter, and they had to write an essay. The committee carefully reviewed all applications and are thrilled to announce the 2 scholarship winners. The first recipient is a young lady that has played in youth sports most of her life. If she was not on the hockey courts, she was at softball, field hockey, and tagging along watching her older brothers play. I personally watched her mature into a fine young lady, and it makes me so proud to award Kelsey Andrus with this scholarship. The second recipient is a young man that I've had the honor of not only watching him play sports in Mays Landing, but I was also his kindergarten teacher. He participated in many MLAA sports, but his love was hockey, even in my kindergarten classroom. It's my pleasure and honor to award this scholarship to John Maverick Liberty.
And now bringing it back to the nest to present the OHS Science Environmental Stewardship Award for our lovely science teachers, Ms. Christine DeMar and Mrs. Susan Brownhill. Brownhill for forward.
You guys are way too
do not inherit the earth from our parents, we borrow it from our children. The author of this proverb is often debated, but what is not debated is the status of our planet. Climate change, deforestation, poaching, and habitat destruction ruining our environment. For that, we are truly sorry. However, every year we see a bright, shining ray of hope coming from the halls of Oakcrest High School. This award is the Environmental Stewardship Scholarship.
I'm on my tippy toes. Okay. The definition of stewardship is a job of watching over or taking care of something such as property. It brings us great hope and relief to know that this student will be watching over our planet. This year's recipient of the Environmental Stewardship Scholarship is Lena Nguyen. Just a couple more seconds here. Unfortunately, I don't have any other fancy award or scholarships or anything, but there is a group of people that I need to recognize. So, story time. 3 years ago, I entered the 2015, before I entered the 2015 school year, I told my husband that I was not going to lead any more clubs than what I'm already involved in. He laughed in my face and said, "I don't believe you." So like all loving couples do, we made a bet. I remember it was the first few weeks of school, and I was approached by one of these 3 young ladies who asked if I would help start a club that would raise money to help cure pediatric cancer. And in that moment, I instantly knew that I had lost yet another bet with my husband. Honestly, how could you possibly say no to that? By November, we formed the Lemon Club. We fight pediatric cancer, 1 cup of lemonade at a time. And at this time, I would like to acknowledge not only the 3 young ladies, but also their mothers, because without them, we never would have made it. So at this time, I'd like to ask Raelle Pagan, Alexa Domino, and Taylor Domino to stand, as well as their mothers Danielle Pagan and Christine Domino to stand. And their mothers are the reason we raised $5,000 to cure pediatric cancer. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies. That's wonderful. And now to present the award for the OHS senior class, one of your key advisors, Dr. Clark.
Good evening. Good evening. I love the class of 2018. Since 2014, I have served as an advisor to the class of 2018, and tonight it is my honor to present the Senior Class Award. For the last 4 years, this recipient has been consistently devoted, consistently idea-driven, consistently hands-on, a participant and a member of the class of 2018. Her dedication to and leadership development in this class has been truly, for me, a pleasure to witness and to help nurture. The recipient is not just a leader, though. She is a young lady. In her demeanor, her carriage, her speech, her introspection and curiosity, and in her future thinking. Some of the best conversations I have had these last 4 years have been about life outside of Oakcrest and the awardees' interests in and questions about how the real world works. She's not perfect, but she is a treasure. She will be missed, but more importantly, she will be wished well. She embodies the best traits of this graduating class, and it has been one of the joys of my time here at OHS to know her. So on behalf of my co-advisor, Mrs. Bettina Kemenash, I am elated to present Natasha Cooper with a check for $250 toward her college and career endeavors.
And now I'd like to call to the podium Ms. Diane Robbins, English teacher, who will be presenting the award for the Greater Egg Harbor Regional High School Education Association.
Okay, good evening. To my OHS family and to the class of 2018, congratulations. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. So you have to indulge me for a little bit. You finally came to the end of a journey that has brought you to this moment where your successes over the past 4 years are being recognized and celebrated. They say that for every ending, there is a beginning. And to you, the little Falcons, you're about to embark on an amazing one. On behalf of the OHS family, I want to thank you for making us better educators, for making us better individuals, and for enriching our lives. And it's been a pleasure to have watched you grow and mature into wonderful young men and women. So I have one last assignment. Go out into the world and scoop up everything it has to offer and continue to strive to be the best you that you can be. And know that we love you and we will miss you. And no matter where you go in life, you will always be a part of our hearts and a part of this OHS family. Now to the award which is near and dear to my heart. It is given to a student who is choosing a path that I chose 20 years ago. To teach, to inspire, to motivate, to make a difference in the lives of children. This particular young woman will no doubt do that and more. Her leadership and her drive and her passion is something to be acknowledged and rewarded. And I can't wait to see what she has to offer the future and the future of our current students someday. So on behalf of the Greater Egg Harbor Regional Education Association, it's my pleasure to present Natasha Cooper.
Back by popular demand from maternity leave to present our World Language Award, Ms. Crystal Chaconis. Hey, you didn't bring the baby?
Hello. I'm Ms. Chaconis, you pronounced it wrong. I'm a new member to the World Language Club. Last year I was the co-advisor. This year I'm the advisor by myself. And the recipient of this award was someone that truly welcomed me in. She was a 4-year member. She's always put herself forward to volunteer for things, whether it be advertising for fundraisers, hanging up posters. She helped with concessions, and I never had to ask. She always came to me and asked, what can I do? How can I help? And that was really something that set her apart from the rest, and something I had yet to see in other students. So it was very easy to determine the recipient of this award. Her name is Destiny Armitage. Now, unfortunately, because of how dedicated she is to her work. She could not make it tonight because she had to work. So hopefully you can applaud her, and I'll show her this video so she can feel honored as well.
And now, keeping with that world language tradition, Mr. Jeff Forney has come up to the stage to present the award for the scholarship memorial for Dr. Patricia Daly.
Good evening. Patricia Daly was a Spanish teacher here at Oak Crest. She was one of my best friends. A few years ago, she died of brain cancer, which was a shame because her intellect was one of the best parts about her. We wrote curriculum together. We had our Christmas parties for the department together. She was really the mom of the family, and that was our world language department. She had a secret. Every year when I would teach AP Spanish, there were always one or two students who told me that they weren't going to take the AP test because they couldn't afford it. And she, without any recognition, would always pay for that student's test anonymously. And when she passed away, her family and I thought that it was a good idea to continue that tradition, but make it less anonymous. So the Patricia Daly Scholarship this evening goes to a young lady who, for whom Spanish is her third language. She speaks English, she speaks Twi, and she also now speaks Spanish thanks to 4 years in our Spanish program with a very high average. I'm very happy to give this $300 award to Miss Emma Toka.
Now, although you think we're keeping with world language, I would like to call Ms. Chiappini to the stage to present the 3 awards for the OHS Knitting Club.
Hi, everybody. I'm here to present 3 Knitting Club scholarships. Our first recipient has been a member of the Knitting Club since she was a freshman. She probably holds the record for world's slowest knitter. It took her about 3 years to finish her first scarf. She has been, however, really dedicated to the club and attended just about every meeting to help me teach new members how to knit. In fact, her selflessness and her willingness to help is probably why her own projects were neglected. So our first recipient is Cece Holshack. Our second recipient joined Knitting Club last year and does not fit the mold of your average knitter. Many people think knitting is not for males, but this person made the hobby look cool and somehow even pretty masculine. He also made every meeting and event he attended 10 times more entertaining with his personality, which is very warm and fun-loving. The next person is Sam Govern. Our final recipient is an actual knitting prodigy. Many newbies never move past, he's laughing at me, oh, stop. Wolverhampton's laughing at me, okay. Many newbies never move past scarves, but this young lady was making boot cuffs before I even knew what a boot cuff was. It's no surprise that she's excelled at knitting, because I basically think of her as being good at everything. In addition to challenging herself with new patterns and techniques, she always manages to help me when I needed assistance. And the third recipient is Lena Nguyen.
I'm just laughing at the term prodigy. I wasn't laughing at Nina by any means. All right, now here to hit a double for us. Mr. Sean Olson, our baseball coach, will come up and present two probably baseball-related scholarships. Or math, you never know.
Hello everyone. Each year the baseball team awards 2 memorial scholarships, each in the amount of $300. The first one, the Robert Gasco Jr. Memorial Scholarship, is given to our highest achieving senior baseball player. This year's winner is a 4-time varsity letter winner for the baseball team. He's played in 107 varsity baseball games. He's been named the 2nd team Cal All-Star, a 1st team Cal All-Star. More recently, this year's most valuable player, and that's Jalen Hurd. Scholarship that we award is the Mary Rogers Memorial Scholarship. This one is awarded to the senior baseball player that best embodies our core values. Basically, this person is a role model in the classroom, on the baseball field, and in the community. And if we wanted to say this is a person that we believe represents our program the best, we would call this award winner, and his name is Hunter Bonnie.
Thank you. I'd like to now call Oakcrest graduate, media teacher, Mr. Jason Thomas. He's a very slow walker. So I will go on about Mr. Thomas.
A little story behind my slow walk, Mr. Wilbraham. I was just telling a story about an hour ago how my first awards night, I came up on stage, I was so excited to present these awards to these such great kids, and I tripped and fell on the steps. So I take my time coming up here, and I relish the opportunity every chance I get. So I'm going to be up here for a couple awards. I'm going to be joined in just a moment by Mr. Lockwood, but I'm going to start things out by presenting the Oakcrest Student Council Student Leadership Award. I always look forward to doing this every year because this goes to such a deserving individual. A little background about the award. It's presented each year to a student who has distinguished themselves as an outstanding student leader in our building and our community, all while giving so many hours to promote the positive aspects of Oakcrest High School, all while exemplifying the term Falcon Pride. This year, I have the honor of presenting a $200 award to a young woman I have had the opportunity to know for the past 4 years in my media classes and in student council. This year, the award goes to Caitlin Scardino. I'd like to call on the stage Mr. Charles Lockwood. Look at that entrance.
You know, I was thinking, Mr. Thomas, as I was on my way up here, that tonight we're here for you. But I would like something from you. You're not going to be here very much longer. You're going to embark on something very exciting. You are all inspirational, motivated, talented people. But above all, you're spirited. And so what I would like to hear from you is, Oakcrest. What? Oakcrest. What? Oakcrest. What? Thank you very much. And congratulations to all of you.
I can't really follow that up. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to start off with some media awards we present every year in our fields, which is media and film and photography. And this year we're featuring a commemorative plaque that each student will get, as well as their name on our perpetual plaques, which hang out the wall outside of the auditorium. So a little bit of background behind what we're giving out this evening. Over the years, Oakcrest High School has and continues to produce some of what we believe are the most talented and hardworking students in New Jersey. And each year, the Oakcrest Media Program honors the achievements of media and film students who have made contributions and impacted the fields of broadcasting, television, film, and video production with their visual creations, events, and community service.
This year, Oakcrest Media will honor several students with awards which recognize their success and excellence in those fields. The following award recipients will receive individual plaques this evening, like Mr. Thomas mentioned, and will also have their display in front of the Media Center, joining the long list of other individuals who have also accomplished much at their time here at Oakcrest.
All right, so first up this evening we have our Doug White Award. The Doug White Award is presented annually to students who personify the real-world expectations of media, TV, and broadcasting industries right here at Oakcrest High School. This award recognizes their excellence in these fields, their countless hours of dedication, their creativity and passion, and most importantly, their ability to impact and shape the world using media. Several past award recipients now work in the TV and news fields, and tonight's winner undoubtedly will join those individuals in a successful career of their own. It is with great pleasure that I present tonight's Doug White Award to Spencer Monhammer. Next up, we have the Vicki Carnes Award. The Vicki Carnes Award is an annual award presented to senior media students who raise awareness and impact society using all forms of media. The award was created in honor of a former Oakcrest media student, Vicki Carnes, who began the Students Against Drunk Driving, or SAD Club, here at Oakcrest High School, but subsequently lost her life tragically to a drunk driver.
This award commemorates the life of Vicki Carnes by honoring students who use media to make a positive change in the world around them. For their countless public service announcements and eye-opening approach to bringing attention to social issues, this year's Vicki Carnes Award goes to Caitlin Scardino and
Taylor Thompson.
The next award is the Philo Farnsworth Award. Philo Farnsworth Award is given out to students who have a hold on their imaginations, their creativity, and use invention within their work, just as Farnsworth did when he invented the television at the age of 14. This year's award goes to someone who within their works has had some moments, both setbacks and successes, but learned as they attempted and through it all achieved. I would like now to call to the stage this year's recipient, Roderick McCullough. The next award is the Orson Welles Award. Orson Welles was a filmmaker big on ideas and vision. He worked tirelessly to originate productions which would later become masterpieces and works of art that the industry leaders of today now regard as some of the best for inspiration. This award is given to students who show innovation, ingenuity, passion towards what they do, focused on the end result, not for applause or praise, but because they are driven to create. This year's Orson Welles Award goes to, and I'm pleased to announce, Caitlin Scardino. here one more time. The next award, this is the Red Cross Hope Scholarship. And it's for seniors from the National Honor Society who have been active participants within the community events throughout the year, as well as the American Red Cross blood drives that we've had here at school. This year's recipients go to Preston Pomathep and Katie Caraway.
Okay, the next two scholarships, awards, are being given out by Mr. Schwartz, but unfortunately, Mr. Schwartz is ill. He's not able to make it tonight. So as his stunt double, I will be reading off. You can see the similarities. Two awards for the Oakcrest, amazing Oakcrest High School band. One is the John Philip Sousa Award. And this has gone to a performer who has contributed an amazing amount, a significant amount to the Oakcrest band as a unit. This recipient is Brittany Madeira. The Oakcrest High School Band Louis Armstrong Award goes also to somebody who has contributed greatly to the band. Absolutely fantastic, super talented musician, Juliana Johnson. Now we're going to take a little break from the presentations, and up we have a student performance. One of our soon-to-be graduates, Brittany Pearl, will be performing to a number, I Was Here.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. No, there was something that, there's something that I'm left behind. When I leave this world, I leave no regrets. There's something to remember, so they won't forget. I was here, I lived.
One more time for Brittany Pearl. That was wonderful. Such talent, such dedication. All right, continuing on with the awards. While we're backstage, I quickly asked Mr. Cucuzza about how much money has this graduating class raised so far as scholarships. And I know some of you are still holding out the scholarship, so please come in and let Mr. Cucuzza or Ms. Iverson know. But you're this close to the $5 million mark. So let's bring in the extra money back there. You guys are absolutely outstanding in making that much money for yourselves in this endeavor. All right, to continue on, some more money awards. It is my pleasure to read off for the Service Award. Say that 3 times fast. This is given to a senior with a minimum of a 2.5 GPA who plans to attend college and has given back, most importantly, to his or her community. This $250 award goes to Lena Nguyen. The next award, named after 2 of the educators who used to work here at Oak Crest, Carol and Joe Bucci Scholarship. This is given to a senior who's been actively involved in extracurricular activities and community service while attending Oak Crest High School. This $1,500 award goes to Kelsey Andrews. Now I'd like to call the stage a woman who brings drama where no matter where she goes, Miss Kim Tunham.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2018. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys, and we'll be getting to know each other very well in the next 4 days for graduation practice. So I am here on behalf of the Drama Club. In my spare time, when I'm not teaching English, I do a lot of things here. I'm the class of 2020 advisor, graduation coordinator, and my love and passion, of course, is the drama director. I'm very honored to present 2 $500 scholarships on behalf of the Drama Club and the Daniel Bonney Memorial Scholarship. These 2 ladies have put their heart and soul into the Drama Club for many years, being involved with all the plays, the musicals, and the International Thespian Society. So it is my utmost honor to give the scholarships tonight to Caitlin Scardino and Avery Washington.
The next 2 awards will be presented by our Director of Supervisor of Special Education, Mr. A.J. Barchetta.
Evening. I have the honor of giving 2 scholarships out. One in the name of Quarterbrook Scholarship. That recipient is given to the student that had is recognition of outstanding achievement in the face of significant challenges, but most importantly, don't let those challenges stand in their way. The amount of $250, Mr. Nicholas Fraley.
Nicholas is unable to join us tonight, but if you see him in the hall, please congratulate him for his achievements. The next scholarship in honor of Albert Dorbach in the amount of $500 is given to a senior who will continue their education in any college, university, trade, or technical school. That recipient this year is Mr. Darren Christian.
This next award is based on two sisters, Angie and Gloria Gunta, who graduated from Oak Crest in 1968. I know you weren't alive, but bear with us. They would like to award their scholarship to represent a well-rounded student who plans to attend a four-year college, who has thrived academically and made the most of their high school experience, which is tough, because that's pretty much most of them. But we have narrowed it down to two young ladies, Jessica Bixel and Melissa Zhao. Stringer Memorial Scholarship is given to a senior who attended the high school and has participated in high school sports for at least 2 seasons and whose essay was selected by a nomination committee. This award is split. $1,000 award goes to Max Crispol, Rael Hagen. Each get $1,000. Wow. Difficult for me to say some of these names because so many of you I've never seen in my office because you're the good kids. Dr. Adam C. Pfeffer was a long-term superintendent of our district. Probably one of the best superintendents I've ever had the pleasure of working for. And to work for him, to know him was to love him. Anything else, I'll be the truth and let him instruct me. He's a fantastic man. The foundation has been started in his name. The award is given to a student or students who have shown outstanding character and have overcome obstacles to be successful in school. Dr. Pfeffer started as an industrial arts teacher, worked his way up through the ranks of administration to run not only our district, but a few others. And he is truly the inspiration, the driving force behind that other high school we have, Cedar Creek. But that goes to his benefit. This award will go to 2 people, Alexander Harley and Diane Vargas. Carolyn Farley Scholarship is sponsored by the Farley family and is awarded to students who have shown good character and have had a positive impact on school spirit and have plans to continue their education. $500 goes to two recipients, Carla Penna and Benjamin Delano. Carl DeVinci's Memorial Scholarship is a scholarship awarded to a student with a GPA of 3.0 or better who has contributed to education in college, continuing on education in college, and has shown outstanding academic attitude. This award goes to Raymond Jimmy. I can hear you heckling me. Okay. Oh, thanks. The next scholarship is the name of a man who started at Oak Crest as an English teacher, served as the guidance director, for several years served as principal of this high school. The Anthony Montluso Memorial Scholarship, not memorial, he's alive, is awarded to a student who is continuing their education and who exemplifies the characteristics of class, pride, dedication, and true Oak Crest spirit. This goes to Alexa Domino. I have to keep going, please bear with me, there's plenty attached. The family of Mr. Edwin Brill and Mr. Timothy Brill have provided scholarships to deserving seniors who are pursuing their college degrees and who have had a positive impact on the high school in which they attend. These two recipients will receive an award of $250. Kaylee Johnson and Jerry Bernowski. The New Jersey Department of Education State Seal of Biliteracy identifies a graduating high school senior student who are able to demonstrate proficiency in English in addition to one or more world languages. This award goes, as a certificate, goes to our very own Melanie Rodriguez. who is not here tonight because she's doing something of many different languages. Okay. God bless you. The Oakcrest Dance Booster Scholarship goes to a senior who has shown leadership, involvement, and character in the Oakcrest High School dance program. Also somebody who will be continuing their education at a 2- or 4-year college. This award goes to Ms. Brittany Pearl. The next awards are presented on behalf of the McGonigal family in memory of Shirley J. McGonigal. These scholarships recognize students who have demonstrated academic excellence, character, and work ethic, and also plan to attend a 2- or 4-year college. It's a move up key. And Wilfred Salvatierra. It's so nice to be up here. Even Jack Barkley has to do commentary from the audience. That's so wonderful. That was sarcastic. The Atlantic Care Oakcrest High School, the award given on behalf of the Teen Center to a student who has actively participated and given time and dedication to the program. This $150 award goes to Milay Rito Carcosa. I'm sorry. You should be in school, right? Can I cross Martin's name off if he shows up again? All right. Now I'd like to bring up to the stage our athletic director, Mr. Dave Bennett, who will make a few presentations and hopefully say the names much better than I.
Thank you, Mr. Wilbraham, and congratulations, class of 2018. Great job. Next award, next scholarship is the Brian Petty Memorial Scholarship. This award was created in memory of Brian Petty, son of longtime Oakcrest teacher and coach Les Petty. It is given to a senior who has had to overcome obstacles or a personal tragedy. The recipient of this award is Raymond Ogunjimi. The next award is the U.S. Marine Corps Distinguished Male and Female Athlete Award. This is awarded to a male and female senior athlete who participated in a varsity sport, who have demonstrated themselves to be a good citizen, excellent role model, and a leader. The recipients of this award are Haley Whitcraft and Jack Martin. The next award is the Oakcrest High School highest male and female scholastic athletic winners. This recognition goes to a varsity male and female athlete with the highest class rank. The recipients of this award are Lena Nguyen and Raymond Hogan Jr. The next award is the Oakcrest High School Male and Female Unsung Hero Award. An unsung hero is someone who goes about their daily life helping others, volunteering to give aid where needed, going the extra mile while expecting nothing in return. The recipients of this award go to MacGyver Hay and Janice Steelman. Unfortunately, the guy cannot be here tonight, so when you see him in the hallway, if you ever see him by the end of this year, congratulate him. The Oakcrest High School Male and Female Athletic Directors Award goes to the outstanding student athletes who have displayed excellent sportsmanship and have served as role models to his and her peers. The recipients of this award goes to Kirsten Johnson and Ionis Donnie Calvat. The next award is the Oakcrest High School Outstanding Senior Male and Female Athlete of the Year. These outstanding athletes were identified by the Oakcrest High School coaching staff through a nomination and voting process. The recipients of this award are Kyla Massey Edwards and Dominique Cameron. Unfortunately, Dominique could not make it tonight, so congratulate him in the hallways, please, when you see him. The next award, is the NJSIAA Male and Female Athlete of the Year. This award goes to Oakcrest High School Outstanding Male and Female Athlete. The recipients of this award are Kelsey Andrus and Matthew Paul. The next award is the Oakcrest High School Male and Female Falcon Pride 4-Year Outstanding Athlete Award. This award goes to students who over the course of 4 years have distinguished themselves in athletic achievement. The recipients of this award go to Gabriella Johnson and Matthew Carter. Unfortunately, Gabriella cannot be here tonight as well, so when you see her in the hallway, please congratulate her. Thank you. At this time, I'll be presenting the Principal Awards. Prestigious Oakcrest High School Principal Awards are a recognition of excellence. These competitive awards are given to students that distinguish themselves through outstanding achievements, attitude, character, and work ethic. The recipient of the Principal's Award for Dance is Brittany Pearl. The recipient of the Principal's Award for Fine Arts is Tricia Martinez. The recipient of the Principal's Award for Instrumental Music goes to Christopher Nunez. The recipient of the Principal's Award for Media is Spencer Monhott. The recipient of the Principal's Award for Vocal Music is Christopher Murphy. Recipient of the Principal's Award for Drama goes to Avery Washington.
Principal's Award for Educational Achievement goes to Lucia Demosthenes. goes to Maleni Rodriguez. Maleni could not be here tonight, but we'll get their medallion so they can wear that for graduation. The Principal's Award for Physical Education, male, William Griffith. Principal's Award for Physical Education, female, Kelsey Andrews. Award for English, Aja Ben. Award for Social Studies. This young lady unfortunately is also not with us tonight, but that will go to Christine O. Principal's Award for World Language goes to Bobby Apple. Principal's Award for Business, Benjamin Delaney. Award for Industrial Arts, Christian Goodwin. The next two Principal's Awards, and this is a rarity, that we have one student receiving for two different departments, but to prevent a fight between the calculators and the chemicals. The Principal's Award for Mathematics and the Principal's Award for Science goes to Preston Fulmer. Principal's Award for Citizenship, Taylor Domino. The Principal's Award for Leadership is given to a male and female recipient. So we'll do ladies first. Principal's Award Leadership, female, Alexa Domino. Principal Award for Leadership, male, a true leader in many, many areas, Mr. Jack Markley. Well, that's sad. Nobody's here to like call out his name and stuff like he did for all of you. Yeah, Jack. That was a loving leadership wise. His father paid a lot of money for the award. Principal's Award for Salutatorian, Lena Nguyen. Award for the valedictorian, Raymond Okajimi. Now to close out this evening's program, your principal, my principal, our principal, Mr. James Rayner.
First and foremost, thank you all for joining us this evening. As we get towards the end of the year, there's a lot of these nights, but sometimes I kind of feel like there's not enough because over the last 4 years, you guys have accomplished so much, as was said earlier, as individuals, but also as a group. The first thing I'd like to do, though, is I would like to have all of the students stand up, turn around, and give your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your siblings a round of applause. Thank them and realize the role you play in their lives. I don't know that those of you sitting here in front will ever quite realize until you yourselves are sitting further back in the auditorium the pride and the love that your family feels this evening and that they're going to feel next Thursday watching you. So enjoy the family time. I know we get on your nerves, us parents at times, but know that there is nothing better than when we get to sit back and watch nights like this, and we thank you for that. There are a lot of other people that deserve some thank yous tonight. Mr. Tinsley for getting all of the electronics set up and ready to roll for us. Ms. Tunney for pulling off the first of 2 miracles within a 6-day period, Senior Awards Night and the graduation coming next week. Mr. Kakuza has a silent partner in this evening as the supervisor of guidance. He is an asset to this building, the likes of which I have not experienced in my 17 years in this district. But standing next to him in every single one of these events, in spirit and in success, if not in presence, is Ms. Giverson. So Mr. Kakuza and Ms. Giverson both deserve a round. And please make sure you swing by the guidance office over the next couple of days and thank Ms. Giverson, because the work that she puts in getting all of this together literally starts 6 to 8 weeks ago, with reaching out to the families and the scholarships and making sure that everything's going to be good moving forward. An individual that does not get recognized nearly enough until this building's staff showed tremendous wisdom earlier this year, or recently when she was selected as the Educational Services Professional of the Year. A round of applause for our interpreter, Ms. Yandoli. She is a tremendous asset to this building. Not only because of the students that it directly impacts, but because of the example she sets for all the rest of us in this building, and how she works to make sure that all of her students are all of our students and are directly a part of our athletics and our activities. So once again, I thank you for everything you do for this building. And last but not least, my wall partner, Mr. Wilbraham. Thank him for emceeing this evening's events. Mike, thank you very much. The strongest thanks tonight, though, come for all of you sitting in the front down here. Thank you for everything you have given of yourself and of each other over the last 4 years. Nothing impacts a school like the students who want to and are willing to stand out in front. Stand out in front on stage, stand out in front on an athletic field, stand out in front of a classroom and give a presentation. Nothing drives the spirit or culture of a building more than its students. And to see now that this building with roughly 1,000 students has more positive energy than it did when we were at 1,800 is a testament to what you guys accomplished in your roles in the classrooms, on the stage, and in the athletic events across the campus. So thank you one more time for all you have shared with us. As we move forward, I just want to ask you to consider one thing. There are a number of times in your life, I'll call it a life move, when you have an opportunity to decide what you want to leave behind and what you want to take with you. You're approaching one of those moments as you graduate high school. You'll have another one if you choose to go into college and you graduate college. You'll have another opportunity if you join the military, when you retire from the military or leave the military, whether it's after 3 years or 20 years of serving our country. And thank you for those of you that are making that commitment. But at all of those life moves, you have an opportunity, as I said, to make a decision what you want to continue to bring with you, what you want to continue to be a part of you. Someday you may decide to move across country. You may move across country for a job. You may move across country for a love. Recognize the good that has got you to where you are and keep bringing that good with you. And that damage and that hurt and that pain, well, it helps you grow. Recognize that all of these life moves are an opportunity to leave that behind. And leave it behind and move forward and take all of your positive energy with you and continue to positively impact people around you as you have here for 4 years. Go forth in this world and make yourselves proud. Thank you. Congratulations.
faced with a choice and you have to choose. I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold out.